what you are about to receive. May the Lord make you truly thankful. Before we put the lad to task, may I be so curious as to ask his name? Oliver, never before has the boy wanted more. Oliver, that's one more way to know. Here is the star this morning, stairway without any banister, which will grow him. Like a spooky will curse the day. Somebody named him Oliver. Oliver, never before has a boy wanted more. Oliver, well, that's one more when he knows what he started the sooty chimney. Long overdue for a sweeping out, which will push him up.
And one day next year with the rats will be creeping out.
Oliver, what will he do with this terrible suit? He will bruise the day. Somebody named him Oliver.
Lock him up. Collect his belongings and bring him back to me when you're done. To bed, all of you.
Yes, you're quite right, Mrs. Corney. We must get rid of this canker and all bit. Why, that boy was born to be hung. I've never been so shocked in all me days.
Gosh, Mr. Bumble, you must have had quite a turn. Sit down and have a nice cup of tea.
Thank you, Mrs. Corney. It's nice to be appreciated. These here paupers in this here parish don't appreciate me. Anti-parochial they are, Mom. Anti-parochial. Why, we've given away a matter of 20 loaves and cheese and a half this very blessed afternoon. And still them paupers is not contented.
Of course not. When would they be? Sweet, Mr. Bumble?
Very sweet indeed, Mom.
You little tinker, you.
Oh, Mrs. Corney, I see you have a cat. And little kittens too, by Jove.
I'm so fond of them you can't imagine, Mr. Bumble. And they're fond of their own, too.
Mrs. Corney, Mom, I must say that any cat or kitten that could live with you, Mom, and not be fond of its own, must be an idiot and don't deserve to live in it.
Oh, Mr. Bumble.
It's no use disguising facts, Mom. An idiot. Why, I'd drown it myself, with pleasure.
And you're a cruel man. Very odd-hearted man and all.
Odd-hearted? Odd-hearted? Mrs. Corney, are you hard-hearted?
Dear me. Well, a very curious question coming from a single man. What could you want to know for? Mr. Bumble, I shall scream.
No, you wouldn't. Hey, ho, If I wanted something special, then you couldn't say no. Did I nearly catch you smiling? Yes, I did, and it's beguiling. If your hand is close, I'll press it. Say you like it, come confess it. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I shall scream. I shall scream. Till they hasten to my rescue, I shall scream.
Since there's nobody that's near us who could see us or could hear us, if I ask you, may I kiss you? Say, what will my pretty miss do?
I shall scream, scream, scream.
If I pinch you one pinch, your shy protective shell, would I inch you 1 inch? Will my blithesome buxom beauty let her suitor do his duty? Though this lap ain't very large, dear, sit upon it, there's no charge, dear. Will you sit?
No, I shan't.
Will you sit?
I shall scream. I shall scream. For the safety of my virtue, I shall scream. Though your knee is rather cozy, see my cheeks are getting rosy. You would have me in your power if I sat here for an hour.
I shall scream.
You're a naughty bad man. If you think I can't be proper, prim and naughty, I can. And you'll pardon me if I mention you mistake your true intention.
Is there not another room here?
No.
If there were a bride and groom here, would there be?
Well, there might.
We shall see.
I shall scream. I shall scream. At the thought of what you're thinking, I shall scream.
You will wonder where the scream went when we come to an agreement. As my lovey-dove is chubby, can she love a chubby hubby?
I shall scream, yes, rumble. I shall scream, mumble, wumble. I shall scream, scream, scream. Brought the boy. Oh, you would. Get a good price for it, Mr. Bumble.
One boy for sale. He's going cheap. Only 7 guineas, that or thereabout. Small boy, rather pale, through lack of sleep. Feed him gruel dinners, often getting stout. If I should say he wasn't very greedy, I could not, I'd be telling you a tale. One boy for sale, come take a peek. Have you ever seen as nice a boy for sale? Liberal terms, Mr. Salberry? Liberal terms? £5.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was needing a boy.
Good. Then it's settled. £5, please.
If you don't mind, cash upon liking, Mr. Bumble. Cash upon liking. Mrs. Salberry,
What is it?
if you don't mind, will you come here a moment, please?
What do you want? Well, what is it?
My dear, I've been speaking to Mr. Bumble.
Oh, Mr. Bumble.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Salberry.
I've told them that we may consider taking in this boy to help in the shop.
Dear me, he's very small.
Oh, he is rather small, there's no denying it. But he'll grow, Mrs. Salberry. He'll grow.
I dare say he will on our victuals and our drink. They're a waste of time, these workhouse boys. They always cost more to keep them than what they're worth. Still, you men always think you know best. What are you going to do with him?
He has a look of melancholy upon his face, my dear. Something I find most interesting. He would make a delightful coffin follower.
Oh, what?
I don't mean a regular coffin follower to follow grown-ups, but rather one for the children's practice, my dear. It would be nice to have one in proportion. A superb effect the more I think of it.
Just for once, Henry, you might have a decent idea. Very well then, boy. What's your name? Oliver Twist, ma'am. A singular name.
Aye, and one of me own choosing.
Yours, Mr. Bumble?
Mine, Mrs. Salberry.
Now that, Mr. Bumble.
The boy's mother came to us destitute, brings the child into the world, takes one look at him, and promptly dies without even so much as a forward name and address.
Here, here.
Good night.
Good day, sir.
Well, now, Oliver Twist, do you think you could look like that gentleman up there? Mine doesn't have a black hat.
Never mind about the latter.
Oh, the boy's quite right. Give the boy a top hat. Now, get rid of the picture, boy.
Top hat, where would I find a top hat?
Henry, give us the top hat.
Top hat, where would I find a top hat?
Henry, Billy, it takes you twice as long to do anything as anyone else.
Top hat.
Now then, just for once, I think you might have a decent idea. Well then, Oliver Twist, do you think you could stand it for a long time with a crowd watching you? Yes, ma'am, I think so. Very well then, that's your job. Junior coffin follower. Have you eaten yet? No, ma'am. Jordan! What? Bring in some of the contents and put out for the dog. It hasn't been in all day. You can go without him. I dare say the boy isn't too dainty to eat him, are you, boy? Charlotte, love, this is the boy. Give it to him. Have you done? Yes, ma'am. Oh, I'm pleased to hear it. Get to bed, Henry. Charlotte, come on, don't just stand there gawking. Now then, Oliver Twist, your bed's under the counter there. You don't mind sleeping amongst coffins, I suppose. But it doesn't much matter whether you do or you don't. You can't sleep nowhere else. Does it fall from sky?
workhouse brat.
Did you not, sir?
I kicked.
Did you want a coffin, sir?
No, well, you'll be one before very long. Keep cheeking your superiors. You don't know who I am, I suppose, Workus.
No, sir. Can't say I do.
I'm Mr. Noah Claypole, and you're under me. So go and open up that door, you idling scallywag.
Hello, Noah. I saved you a nice fresh piece of bread from the master's breakfast. Oliver, shut the door. Shut the door. Now take these crumbs and go over there and eat them. And make haste, because I want you to mind the shop. Do you hear?
Do you, Workus?
Noah, what a tease you are. The boy alone.
Let him alone. I'm giving the boy a change, you silly thing. They all let him alone. His mother let him alone. His father let him alone. They all let him alone, except dear old, kind old Noah. Hey, Charlotte?
Noah, you are a one.
Workus, how's your mother?
You leave my mother out of it. She's dead.
Boy, she died of Workus. Shortage of breath.
Never you mind.
Oh, boy, I do mind.
Well, you better not say any more, see?
Better not. Better not. If you don't mind. The cheek of it. The workhouse cheek of it. My mother, he says. She was nice and she was. Look, Workus, you must know. It couldn't be helped then and it can't be helped now. And I'm real sorry for it and all that. But you must know, Workus, your mother was a regular right-down bad.
What did you say?
A regular right-down bad. It's a good thing she died when she did, else she'd be doing odd labor in prison, as like as not.
feller, ain't you?
He called my mother names.
Well, what if he did? You ungrateful little wretch. She probably deserved what she said it was.
You see, didn't.
She did.
It's a lie.
Oh, my dear.
Mother, can you hear us? Oh, dear. He must be.
He's gone.
Run off with my money! After him! After the rascal!
Me, madam, me.
What you're staring at? Ain't you never seen a gent?
No, I haven't.
Tired?
I've been running hard.
Oh, I see. You must be running away from the beak.
The what?
Now, don't tell me you don't know what a beak is, me fleshmate.
Isn't a beak what a bird's got?
My eyes are green. A beak, for your information, is a magistrate. Hungry?
Starving.
Got no mother?
No.
Father?
No.
Lovely balmy weather we're having today, don't you agree? Staying in London.
Yes.
Got any lodgings?
No.
Money?
Not a farthing. Do you live in London?
Well, I'm at home. I suppose you want some place to sleep tonight, don't you? Are you accommodated?
No, I don't think so.
Well, then accommodated you shall be, your mate. There's a certain house, and I know a respectable old gentleman who lives there, what'll give you lodgings for nothing, and never ask for the change. That is, if any gentleman what he knows introduces you. And does he know me? I should say he does. Not off he don't, and so.
Who is this respectful old gentleman? Is he a charity gentleman?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that. Not exactly. But if I introduce to someone, it's all right. On account of I happen to be a particular favorite of Mr. Fagin. That's his name, Mr. Fagin. By the way, if I'm introducing you to Fagin, I better know who you are, the old China plate.
My name's Oliver. Oliver Twist.
And I'm Jack Duckin. Better known among me intimate friends as the old Dutcher.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Duggins.
Now that I think of it, I ain't got no intimate friends. What's the difference, me old pork sausage? You're coming with me.
Are you sure Mr. Fagin won't mind?
Why? Can't stand himself at home. Can't stand himself all the family. We tend to do so strong. It's clear, yeah, going to get along. Can't see yourself when we can't stand himself. Top of the furniture, there isn't a lot to spare. Who cares? Whatever we got to share. If it's a chance to feed, we should seek them holidays. Every holiday, white grouse,
shall have the honour of your intimate acquaintance. We are very glad to see you, Oliver, my dear Mary. All right, leave them alone. Johnny, draw a tub of water in near the fire for Oliver. Hey, Roger, take off the sausages, eh? Shut up and drink your gin. You're staring at all the pocket handkerchiefs, eh, my dear? You're all quite a few of them on there. We just hung them out, ready for the wash. That's all, Oliver, that's all.
Is this the laundry then, sir?
Not exactly. I suppose the laundry would be a very nice thing indeed. But our line of business pays a little bit better. You see, Oliver. In this life, one thing counts. In the bank, large amounts. I'm afraid these don't grow on trees. You've got to pick a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two. Boys! You've got to pick a pocket or two. Why should we break our backs stupidly paying tax? Better get some untaxed income. Better pick a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two. Why should we all break our backs? Better pick a pocket or two. He can whip what he likes. I recall he started small. He had to pick a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two. Both my thumbs start to itch, only to find some peace of mind. I'll have to pick a pocket or two. You've got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You've got to pick a pocket or two. Not as heavy as they might be, but very nicely made, though. Ingenious craftsman, ain't he, Oliver?
Very ingenious, sir.
And what have you got, my dear?
Nose rag.
Ooh, very good ones, very. Yellow and the green. Oh, but you haven't embroidered them too well, though, Charlie, so we'll have to take these initials out with a needle. You'll need to learn how to do this too, Oliver, my dear. Won't you, boys? Yeah. But in the meantime, you'll have to learn how to make wallets like Dodger and Charlie here. You'd like that, wouldn't you, my dear?
Oh, yes, Mr. Fagin, if you'll teach me.
Well, certainly, my boy. No fee. Just do everything that Dodger and Charlie here do. Make them your models, my dear. Especially Dodger. He's going to be a regular little Bill Sykes. Now then, is my handkerchief protruding from my pocket?
Yes, sir, I can just see the corner.
Yes, well, see if you can take it out without my feeling it, like you saw the others do. Rum, pom, pom. You've got to pick a pocket or two. Is it gone?
Yes, sir, it's in my hand.
Is it? What a clever boy. I never saw a sharper lad. Here's sixpence for you. Oh dear, I have to go to the bank. If you go on in this way, you'll be the greatest man of all time. Yes, you're quite the gentleman now. You've got sixpence on credit. You've got an home and a profession. Hey, boys?
Oh, yeah.
Well now, take time, all right. All right, you've got a hard day's work here tomorrow. All the matter. You can sleep down here. That's right, settle down, settle down. Soldier, take your aim, eh? Hey. Oh, have a nightcap, Oliver. I'm afraid the Wedgwood's in the safe. Got to pick a pocket or two. Did you see any of the pretty things?
Yes, sir.
They're my little property. They're all I've got to live on in the old age. It's a terrible thing, old age.
Do you think I can get up now, sir?
Certainly, my boy. Certainly. There's a basin of water there. Hey, you can have a wash.
I didn't have much yesterday.
Well, today's your birthday, wash. Go ahead. It's Nancy. Wake up, boys. The ladies are here.
Hey, read out this snack, you don't mind. Where's the gin? Ollie? Oh,
Now, all in moderation, my dear. Too much gin can be a dangerous thing for a pure young girl.
what's wrong with a drop of danger then, Mr. Field? After all, it's all a bit of excitement we have around here. Who would deny that small pleasure? You. Small pleasures, who would deny us these? Gin, toddies, large measures, no skimping if you please. I love it, life is a game of chance. I never tire.
Ladies, I forgot to introduce you to our new lodger, Mr. Oliver Twist, Esquire, dancing in bed.
Charmed to meet you.
Oh, yes, well, we're all ladies and gentlemen here. We're all quality.
You wouldn't know quality if you saw none of you. Except dogs. Have you seen the way them quality gentlemen treat their ladies?
Of course I have.
Shall we show them how it's done?
Righty-ho.
Yes, go on, Nancy, give us a free show on the stage, eh?
God, shut up, you
Go on,
lot.
eh?
How's it going now, darling? It's all flowering and apples and...
And don't let your petticoats dangle in the mud, me darling.
And I'll go last.
No, I'll go last.
No, I'll go last.
I'd do anything for you, dear. Anything for you means everything to me. I never said I'd go any
go pop.
Anything.
And you come down plop.
Anything we risk, like it will, to keep you in the swim. Yes, we do anything, anything for you.
Then you lot waiting around here all day, there's work to be done, and there's plenty of fine pickings out in the streets. Get up and earn your keep. Take all of it with you, eh? You have to make a start somewhere, my dear, and believe me, you couldn't make a finer start. Good luck on your first job today, Oliver, my dear. I'll be waiting for you here when you come back.
You can go and be back soon. You can go and while you're working, this place, someplace in town. So you know, sing it down. Very well, but be back soon. You can tell when danger's lurking. Do not forget this tune. Be back soon.
How could we forget, how could we let our dear old wagon worry? We love you so we'll come back home with us with a great big hurry. It's here today, the lights up, it must have prices soon. So long, very lovely picture, we'll be back soon.
You can go and be back soon. You can go and bring back plenty of pork and anchor cheese. And you should be clever things. Quick, and be back soon. There's a sixpence here for 20. With that, the lovely tune. Be back soon.
Oh, what we call the waterfall that charms upon the hour. Oh, water fast and over fast, the castles from the tower. We know the roads are running, but they don't know this tune. So long, very well, their picture, we'll be back soon.
Cheerio, but be back soon. I know somehow I'll miss ya. I love you, that's why. Cheerio, not goodbye. Going on, we'll be back soon. Give me one more long, God bless ya. Remember our tune. Be back soon. Cheerio, but be back soon. I know somehow I'll miss ya. I love you, that's why. Cheerio, not goodbye. Going on, we'll be back soon. Give me one more God bless ya. Remember our tune. Be back soon.
He's picked my pocket!
Ladies and gentlemen, brethren, singers all, I call upon the glorious of virtues to bring us her own well-known rendition of the old school song, Ooh, Papa!
There's a little ditty that's singing in the city, especially when they're dancing on the jingle affair. They look around the faces, yeah, around the imaginations will tell you just exactly what you want to hear. Boom, papa, that's how it goes. Boom, papa, everyone knows. They don't know what they want to suppose when they home, Papa. Mr. Pussy smoked grass wood off and heaven was left, and never when he thought anybody could see. Secretly he bought his entry to the quiet entry. He wasn't there with the girl on his knee. Papa, Papa, that's how it goes. Papa, Papa, everyone knows. So this red shiny nose, would it be old Papa? She was from the country, but now she's up a gum tree. She left a fella see her, then leave her alone. But my crying, she's made a better lion. She's glad to bring the coin in and join in the song. Papa, Papa, that's how it goes. Papa, Papa, everyone knows. She is no longer the same blushing toad. Heaven is home, Papa.
Much blacker than the spirit. Nobody mentions my name. Rich man, hold the £5 notes out, saves me. Emptying their coats out, they know I could tear their throats out, all on account of my name. With me, Jimmy in the end, let me see the man who dares to stop me from taking what I made. They can start to say their prayers. Biceps like an iron girder, fit for doing another murder. If I just so much as hear a bloke even whisper my name, Bill! Hey! Strong men tremble when they hear it. They've got cause enough to fear it. It's much blacker than the spirit. Nobody mentions my name once. Bad, what's the good of turning in hell? I'll be there to burning. Meanwhile, think of what I'm earning, all on account of my name. What is it? What is it? What is it? My name.
Oliver, where's the boy? What's become of him? What has become of Oliver?
He got took away in a coach.
What coach? Who coach? Where coach?
He got nabbed on the job. They took him to court. The man we robbed, he come out of the court with Oliver and took him away to his home.
Where to? Quick, speak.
Bloomsbury 19, Shepstone Gardens. Bloomsbury, I run all the way.
Didn't you look after him? Why didn't you bring him back here with you?
Valuable's worried. What of us, Bill, our new boy, went out on his first jog today with Dodger? I'm afraid he may say something which might get us into trouble.
That's likely. You see, mate, you're blown upon. And I'm afraid, you see, that if the game was up with us, it could be up with a good many more. And it would come out rather worse for you than it would for me, my dear.
Why, you? Well, somebody must find out what's been done and said. The boy hasn't talked yet. There's a chance we might get him back without suspicion. We'll nab him the very moment he dares step out of that house. Now, who's gonna go? The very thing.
Nancy, what do you say?
Why, the very thing.
That it won't do, Fagin, so there's no use in trying it on.
Now, what do you mean by that remark?
What I'll say, Bill.
What, you're the very person for it. Nobody up that way knows anything about you.
Yes, I don't want to neither. It's rather more no than yes with me, Bill.
She'll go, Fagin.
She won't go, Fagin.
Come on. Yes, she will go, Fagin. You! Get out of here! Go on! Get! Beth, go home.
As long as he needs me. Oh yes, he does need me. In spite of what you see, I'm sure that he needs me. Who else would love him still when they've been used so ill? He knows I always will, as long as he needs me. Miss him so much when he is gone, but when he's near me, I don't let on the way I feel inside. The love I have to hide, the hell I've got my pride, as long as he needs me. He doesn't say the things he should, he acts the way he thinks he should, but all the same I'll play this game his way, as long as he needs me. I know where I must be. I'll cling on steadfastly, as long as he needs me. As long as life is long, I'll love him right or wrong, and somehow I'll be strong, as long as he needs me. If you are lonely, then you will know when someone needs you, you love them so. I won't be
Yes, I know you are. You are hungry too, aren't you?
No, sir.
No, you're not hungry. He's not hungry, Mrs. Bedwin.
No, Doctor.
Let's see here. You feel sleepy, don't you?
No, sir.
No, you're not sleepy. Let's see. You are thirsty. Yes, you're thirsty. If that boy's thirsty, I shall eat my head. Are you?
Yes, sir. Rather thirsty.
Just as I expected. It seems only natural that the boy should be thirsty. You may give him a little bit of tea and put this formula in there.
Doctor.
May I get up, sir?
Oh, yes, you may. And go outside and get some fresh air. Make sure that he doesn't get too cold. I mean, don't let him be too cold either. Will you have the goodness?
Certainly, Doctor.
You'll be glad to be up again, Oliver. Doctor, you notice the most extraordinary likeness between that boy's face and the portrait of my daughter, Agnes. didn't I tell you? He was arrested for stealing my pocket handkerchief.
What, sir?
Well, it was all my mistake, and when the shopkeeper told us what really happened, and he was released by the magistrate, I brought him here to make what amends I could, but I must confess, Doctor, I find myself strangely attached to the child.
He is deceiving you, my good friend. He has had a fever. What of that? Good people have fever sometimes, haven't they? It's not peculiar for bad people to have them either. He stole your pocket handkerchief, sir, and he'll steal more.
No, he did not. Oh, yes, what is it?
What you ordered from the bookcase?
Ah, thank you. Now, I have some other books here. Hey, wait a moment. Hey, come back here. Oh, dear, he's gone, and I particularly wish these books to be returned today.
Have Oliver go and catch them. I'm sure that he will make sure that they return. If he does, I'll eat my head, sir.
Yes, do let me take them for you, please, sir.
Let me think. Very well, dear boy, very well. If you wish, you shall. Now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take these books and say that you come to pay the £4.10 that Mr. Brownlow owes. Now, here's £5. There's no need to rush, it's just down the road, but I shall expect you back in 10 minutes.
Very good, sir.
Let's see, Mrs. Bedwin. 10 minutes.
Delighted to see you looking so well, Oliver, my dear. But the Uncle Dodger shall bring you another suit for fear you should spoil your Sunday, mind.
Why didn't you write and say you was coming, eh? We would have fixed something nice and warm for supper for you.
Here now, what's that? Hey, Fagin, that belongs to me.
No, my dear. Mine, Bill, mine. Oh, you can have the books.
Your fan's mine. Mine and Nancy's, that is. I'll take the boy back again. Now, come on, hand over.
This is hardly fair, Bill.
Fair or not fair, hand it over. Hardly fair, is it, Nancy? You think Nancy and me's got nothing better to do with our time than to run around chasing after little kids? Now, give it here, you average old skeleton. Give it here. There. Thanks for all sharing the trouble. And not happy, not either. Here, start the library.
You can't keep the books. Now, Mr. Ramos, it'll be my knife. I'm coming after you.
He will he? And what have you told him about us anyway?
Nothing.
Well, that remains to be seen. But if I find out that you said anything out of place, Bacon, I'll wager that scoundrel's told him everything about us. Yeah, now you go. Bring it back. Stand off me, or I'll split your head against the wall.
I don't care for that, Bill. The child shan't be armed unless you kill me first.
Shan't? Well, I'll just as soon do that if you don't keep off.
All right, Eric Gordon, what's the matter?
I think that girl's gone mad.
No, she hasn't, baby. Don't think it.
Well, keep quiet, will you?
I won't keep quiet.
All this violence.
It's you. Try and run away again, will ya?
I won't stand by and see it done, Bill. You brought him here. What more was you around? Let him be, or I shall put my mark on someone and not care for the consequences.
Oh, Nancy, you're wonderful today. Oh, such talent. What an actress.
Oh, am I? Take care, I don't know what you're doing, because I'm warning you. I'll put my finger on something. I don't care if I hang with you.
Oh, you. Do you know who you are and what you are?
Yes, I know who I am and what I am.
Then be quiet, or I'll quiet you for a good long time to come. A nice thing you are, becoming all this humane and genteel rubbish. A pretty fine subject for that child, as you call him, to make a friend of.
Lord, help me, I am. And I wish I'd have been struck dead in the street before I lent a hand to bring him here. Because after today, he's a thief and a liar and all that's bad from this day forth. Isn't that enough for you without beating him to death?
Now, come, Sykes. Civil words. We must have civil words with you.
Civil words. Yes, you deserve them from me. I thieved for you when I was a child. Acted as agent for 12 years since. Don't you forget.
Well, if you did, it's your living.
Some living.
What you deserve, you get.
No getting of giving.
Must we have murders yet?
There'll be murders, there'll be turners, such as you've never seen.
No violence.
Watch out, Nancy,
No
make
violence.
no errors, and it go in between.
If you don't mind making the make of Satan, it's a fine life.
Fine, fine.
My life's sake.
No, we don't mind keeping the angels waiting. It's a fine life.
Fine life, fine life.
Come better do as you are told.
Watch out.
You've got a heart of gold.
Get out.
Better not to
Touch your
just
mouth.
better make
On the job.
It's a bar.
Fine.
Look after a bill. Look after him, Roger. And me, I'll look after myself. Joking apart, hasn't he? And though I'd be the first one to claim that I wasn't a saint, finding it hard to be really as black as they paint.
I'm reviewing a situation. Can a fellow be a villain all his life? All the trials and tribulations. Better settle down and get myself a wife. And the one would cook and sew for me and come for me and go for me and go for me and nag at me. The finger she would wag at me, the money she would take from me, a misery she'd make for me. I think I'd better think this out again. A wife you can keep anyway. I'd rather sleep anyway. Left without anyone in the world, and I'm starting from now. So how to win friends and to influence people. So how I'm reviewing the situation. I must quickly look up everyone I know. Titled people with the station who can help me make a real impressive show. I will own a suite at Claridge's and run a fleet of carriages and waiting all the duchesses with friendlinesses, muchesses, befitting of my new estate. Good morning to you, magistrate. I think I'd better think this out again. So, where do I go? Somebody. Who do I know? Nobody. Left without anyone, all my companions are villains and thieves. So in my time of life, I should start turning over new leaves. I'm reviewing the situation. I'm a baddin' and a baddin' I shall stay. You'll be seeing no transformation, but it's wrong to be a rogue in every way. I don't want nobody hurt for me, no one to do that dirt for me. This rotten life is not for me, it's getting far too hard for me. Don't want no one to rob for me, but who will find a job for me? I don't care what they've got for me, but who will change the plot for me? I think I'd better think this out again. Hey!
Mary, and 2 weeks ago tomorrow it was done. It seems an age. I sold myself for 6 teaspoons, a pair of sugar tongs, a milk pot, a small quantity of second-hand furniture, and 20 pounds cash. I went very reasonable. Cheap. Dirt cheap.
Cheap? You would have been dear at any price. And dear enough I paid for you, Lord above knows that. Are you going to sit there snoring all day?
I am going to sit here as long as I think proper. And although I was not snoring, I shall snore, gape, sneeze, laugh, or cry as the humor strikes me, such being my prerogative.
Your prerogative?
I said the word, madam. The prerogative of a man is to command.
And what is the prerogative of a woman in the name of goodness?
To obey, madam. Your late unfortunate husband should have taught it to you. And then perhaps he might be alive today. And I, for one, wish he was, poor man.
Ow, you hot-hearted brute!
Cry away,
you dare. Shut up. Take yourself away from here unless you want me to do something desperate. Where are you going?
Oh, certainly, my dear, certainly. I had no intention of staying. It's just that you're so very violent.
Who's that? It's Matron. Come here! Nearer! It's old Sally, ma'am. She says she's got something to tell you that must be heard. She'll never die quiet till you hear. Turn her away! Go on, get out of it. It's your old friend Annie. Go on, get out of it.
Now listen to me. Once, in this very room, I nursed a poor, pretty creature that was brought to this house. Her feet were cut and bruised with walking. She gave birth to a boy and died.
What about her?
I rocked her. I did. And all she had was around her neck, and it was gold.
Gold? Yes, go on. Yes, what of it?
It was this. Locket. Locket! She whispered in my ear that if her baby should live, it might be proud to hear its poor mother name. It's my belief she came from a good, rich family.
The boy's name.
They called him.
Yes.
Oliver.
We must retrieve that boy, Mr. Bumble.
We must indeed, Mom. We must indeed.
I understand you bring information regarding the boy, Oliver Twist.
I come in answer to your advertisement. Bumble's me name. Field of the workhouse where this boy was cared for. From where he was apprenticed to an undertaker, who he ran away from.
Yes, and do you know where the boy is now?
Not no more than nobody.
Well, what do you know of him?
This little locket was given by the lad's dying mother to my dear boy just before she passed away. The lad's dying mother, that is, not my wife. Mrs. Bumble has kept it all this time.
You say that when he left your workhouse, he went to an undertaker's?
Yes, Mr. Salisbury, the undertaker, he took Oliver from us for £5.
You mean you sold him? Fucking animal?
Well, it was Mrs. Bumble who actually authorized the sale.
Really? Then I shall see to it that neither of you is employed in a situation of trust again. You may leave my house.
Or I hope, sir, that this little unfortunate circumstance will not deprive me of my parochial office.
Indeed it will. You may think yourself well off besides.
It was Mrs. Bumble. She would do it.
That is no excuse. But you were present on the occasion when the boy was sold. And indeed it considers the more guilty of the two within either law. For the law supposes that your wife acts under your direction.
If the law supposes that, then the law is an ass. And if that's the eye of the law, then the law is a bachelor. And the worst I wish for the law is that its eye may be opened by experience. By experience.
There's a young person, sir, at the back door, inquiring for you and saying that she has come about Oliver.
Mrs. Bedman, take a look at this miniature. You see who it is?
Why, it's Miss Agnes, sir.
Yes, my daughter Agnes. And I have every reason to suspect that Oliver was her child.
Sir!
I can't wait out there a moment longer. If I'd gone away, as many would have done, you might have been sorry. And not without reason, neither.
I'm sorry if anyone has been rude to you. Can I help you in any way?
I don't know. Could she be trusted?
Oh, yes, why?
I'm the girl that took Oliver back to old Fagan's on the morning he left this house.
You?
Me, sir. I wish now I'd never been part of it. You mentioned you especially, and I thought if I came to you...
Where's this place you speak of? Fagan's?
I can't tell you.
Did you perhaps know that Oliver's probably my grandchild?
I didn't know nothing. All I knew was me orders. I had to get him back or suffer for it. You don't believe me. I don't want your pity. I had to come, even though there are those who'd murder me if they knew I'd been
Murder?
here.
Oh, where's Oliver? Where's his Fagan's?
I can't tell you. I just wanted you to know that Oliver was safe. I must go back now quickly.
What can I do about all this? Why must you go back? What is the reason you can't tell me where the boy is? And why must you return to those people? I can have the Bow Street runners here in a moment. And if you tell them what you've told me, they'll see that no harm comes to you.
Don't you understand? I want to go back. I must go back there. How can I explain? You see, back there's a man. I just can't leave. See, I love him. Don't know what it's like to love someone like that.
I understand.
My dear ladies, do excuse me, but I'm anxious about Oliver. How can you help me?
I can't tell you where he is. But I could bring him to you. Not here, it's too dangerous. Will you promise I won't be watched or followed?
I promise you solemnly.
Right. Then tonight, between 11 and the time the clock strikes 12, I'll walk on London Bridge, and I'll bring him. He doesn't act as though he cares, but deep inside I know he cares, and that is why I'm tied right by his side. As long as he needs me, I know where I must be. But will he never see that someone else needs me? As long as life is long, I'll love him right or wrong. But he's so big and strong, and someone else needs me. A child with no one to take his part. I'll take his part, Bill, but cross my heart. I won't betray or trust, though people say I must. I've got to stay true just as long as this
somebody change? It's possible. Maybe it's strange, but it's possible. Oh, my dearest companions and treasures, I left them behind. I'll turn a leaf over, and who can tell what I may find.
Somebody to put the bill, then the drinks are on.